We're finding out more about the sustainability of the Hamilton waterfront, the industrial waterfront, with Larissa Fenn from Hamilton Oshawa Port Authority. So we've heard a lot this morning about how, the traffic here takes traffic off the roads. That's environmentally responsible. But you also have a duty to the land, air, and water around here.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously have an economic mandate to facilitate trade and grow our regional economy, but we are also responsible to do that in a sustainable way and to incorporate sustainable activities into everything we do in all of our operations.
Okay, so we saw the bees that you were involved with in the segment just before then, but there's tree planting, and I'm like, where do you plant trees in the Portlands?
We have a whole variety of sustainability initiatives that we're involved in, and some of them are naturalization at Sherman Inlet and at other places across the Portlands where we can preserve those natural spaces, but also things like solar panels and energy efficient lighting and electrifying our fleet. Our harbor master's office, for example, are driving electric trucks now. So there's a whole range of initiatives that we take on.
Also seeing, because there is so much asphalt and pavement here, rainwater recovery's got to be a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Oil grit separators and catching that rainfall to make sure that it's dealt with appropriately before it is returned to the harbor.
Mm-hmm. Think about what the harbor was just a few decades ago. Randall Reef. We are almost in the final stages now. So this, I understand, that's a federal government project.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a partnership project led by the federal government, but with partners from all around the harbor, municipal and ourselves and Stelco, and it is in the final stages. The perimeter walls and the sediment has gone into the containment facility, and the next step is the capping of it, and when it's done it will actually be usable port land. So part of the unloading of sugar for the new sugar refinery will take place at Randall Reef.
And that to me is so amazing at how far this port has come in terms of being environmentally responsible. Where it's gone from a spot that we're cleaning up now, decades and decades of just dumping into the water.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from many decades ago, that became one of those pollution hotspots within the Great Lakes, and I think it should be a point of pride for everybody in Hamilton that we'll be able to be off of that list. It will be usable port lands, and it will really improve the water quality in the harbor.
Mm-hmm. What's a sustainability piece that most people driving past here or driving along the Skyway Bridge wouldn't realize?
Well, one of the things, we can do so much as a port authority, but one of the things that's really valuable for us is engaging our partners. So we make $250,000 available to our tenant partners every year to do things in their own operations to improve their own sustainability. So right here at the Logistic Terminal, they've introduced some electric people movers. We've had other tenants introduce solar initiatives, heat capture, things that are really integrated in their own operations. It helps us expand the impact that we can have in the sustainability way.
Mm-hmm. Because really, the cleaner this port is, the better it is for business.
Yeah, absolutely. Businesses want to be in a part of a port community and a port ecosystem that is sustainable, that aligns with their corporate values, and so the better we can operate as a community and as a port environment, the better it is for everyone.
Okay, as we're seeing generators going by barge instead of on highway.
Absolutely. The movement of cargo from truck to marine is one of the greatest impacts that we can have on reducing our carbon footprint. Marine is by far the most environmentally sustainable mode of transportation, so the more we can do to make that shift, the better.
Okay, thanks very much, Larissa from HOPA. We are going to have more as we take you behind the gates this morning at the Hamilton waterfront.